There's a force at work beneath our feet, quietly shaping the world above. It's not flashy, and it rarely gets the credit it deserves, but it's absolutely essential for every living thing in your garden. This is the silent engine of growth, tirelessly working day and night, season after season, to fuel the lush vitality we see all around us. If your garden could speak one language, it would speak in growth, not just survival, not just green leaves struggling through the soil, but powerful, continuous, unstoppable growth, and behind that transformation lies one of the most overlooked forces in nature: nitrogen cycling. This is the silent engine that determines whether your soil produces weak, fading plants or a thriving ecosystem that keeps improving season after season. Stay with this, because what you're about to learn is not just gardening advice, it is how nature has been rebuilding soil for millions of years without chemicals, without store-bought fertilizers, and without interruption. If you find value in this kind of deep practical knowledge, take a moment right now to like, share, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to Nature's Flora YT so you never miss these earth-changing insights. Now let's get straight into it. Nitrogen is not just another nutrient, it's actually the foundation of leafy growth, the reason plants stand tall, and the key element behind that deep green color and, well, vigorous development. When soil runs low on nitrogen, everything just slows down, leaves turn pale, growth becomes weak, and harvests shrink. Most gardeners try to fix this by adding external fertilizers, but, nature has always had its own system. Long before synthetic inputs existed, ecosystems relied on plants that could pull nitrogen directly from the air and store it in the soil. These plants form partnerships with beneficial bacteria in the root zone, turning empty ground into fertile land over time. Understanding this natural process is really the first step toward building a self-sustaining garden. Clover is one of the most dependable soil builders you can introduce into any growing space. It works quietly but consistently, spreading low across the ground and improving fertility while protecting the soil surface from erosion and weed invasion. Its strength lies beneath the soil. Clover forms a natural relationship with bacteria that convert atmospheric nitrogen into plant-usable nutrients. This means every patch it covers becomes a slow-release fertilizer zone for surrounding plants. White clover is especially useful in walkable areas and between garden rows because it withstands light pressure while continuing its soil-building work. When used properly, clover is not just a cover plant, it becomes a living mulch that constantly feeds the ecosystem around it. Legumes and cover crops play a crucial role in sustainable gardening. By fixing nitrogen in the soil, they help improve fertility and support healthier plants overall. This natural process reduces the need for synthetic fertilizers, making your garden more resilient and honestly, a lot more self-sustaining. So incorporating legumes and cover crops into your planting routine can really transform the health and productivity of your soil over time. Peas offer one of the simplest ways to enrich soil while still producing food. As they grow, their roots develop nodules filled with nitrogen-fixing bacteria. These nodules continuously supply nutrients to the soil during the growing season. The real advantage comes after harvest. Instead of removing the entire plant, cutting the stems at soil level and leaving the roots behind allows the nitrogen-rich structures to break down naturally. This process returns stored fertility directly into the soil where it is needed most. Peas also fit perfectly into seasonal gardening cycles, especially in cooler periods. By rotating them into early planting windows, gardeners can improve soil health twice a year while still harvesting fresh produce. Crimson clover takes everything useful about clover and, well, amplifies it with visual impact and seasonal strength. Its bright flowering stage attracts pollinators, while its root system quietly enriches the soil beneath. This plant is especially powerful when used as a cover crop during fall and winter. While the soil would normally lie exposed and depleted, crimson clover keeps biological activity active underground. When it is later cut down and left to decompose, it becomes a natural fertilizer layer that prepares the soil for demanding crops. This is one of the most effective ways to reset tired soil without artificial inputs. Decorative and deep-rooted builders play a vital role in the garden, not just by adding beauty, but by strengthening the soil beneath our feet. These plants, with their intricate root systems, help improve soil structure and fertility, making them an essential part of any thriving landscape. Lupines bring something unique into the garden. They combine visual beauty with functional soil improvement. Their tall, flowering spikes make them a favorite in ornamental spaces, but their real strength lies beneath the surface. And then like other nitrogen-fixing plants, lupines enrich the soil while supporting beneficial insects such as bees. Over time, they help maintain a balanced ecosystem in flower beds that are often overlooked in soil management. Because they are long-lived in many conditions, lupines continue contributing to soil health year after year, making them both a visual and ecological investment. Alfalfa works differently from shallow-rooted plants. Its deep taproot reaches into lower soil layers, pulling up hidden minerals and making them available to the upper soil profile when the plant decomposes. At the same time, it adds nitrogen through its root relationships with bacteria, creating a dual improvement system. Soil becomes richer not just in nitrogen but in structure and microbial activity. Over time, this leads to more resilient garden beds that retain moisture and nutrients more effectively. Green beans are one of the most practical nitrogen fixers for everyday gardening. They grow quickly, produce abundant food, and continuously support soil fertility through their root systems. They are especially useful in crop rotation systems where nitrogen-demanding plants follow them. This natural sequence helps maintain soil balance without external intervention. Their fast growth also ensures that soil improvement happens within a single season, while still providing a reliable harvest. In a truly self-sustaining system, every element works together to create a balanced environment. The goal is to mimic natural cycles, where plants, soil, and even the smallest organisms support one another. Over time, this approach leads to healthier gardens that require less intervention from us, the gardeners. When these plants are combined strategically, the garden begins to function as a living system rather than a depleted growing space. Peas in cooler seasons, beans in warm months, and clover or crimson clover as cover crops create a continuous cycle of soil renewal. Instead of extracting from the soil year after year, you begin returning value back into it. This is how long-term fertility is built, not through constant replacement, but through biological cooperation. A garden designed this way becomes more productive over time, not less. Soil improves naturally, crops grow stronger, and dependency on external fertilizers gradually disappears. This is the foundation of sustainable growing, and it is entirely within reach for any gardener willing to work with nature instead of against it. If you found value in this breakdown, make sure to subscribe to Nature's Flora YT, share this knowledge with other growers, and stay connected for more deep practical insights into building healthier soil and stronger gardens.